And just like that, that is all she wrote. Let's have a little chat about yesterday's performance. Hello, welcome back to my channel. This is Sunday Club, reacting to the game that took place yesterday at the DW Stadium, where it finished once again Wigan 2, Millwall 1. Right, listen, I'm just about calm. Yesterday's performance was simply not good enough for a team that should have been fighting to secure their place in the playoffs. I am going to go a little bit over what the gaffer said yesterday, because it's quite simple, and it's actually spot on. The players played like they were scared. Like the gaffer said, of dropping out of the top six. And for me, that is quite simply not acceptable. We had nothing about us from minute one, from minute 95, whenever it was. Wigan wanted it more. They were more hungry. They had something to lose. We were playing like we were already secured in the playoffs. We were playing like we weren't getting in the playoffs at all when we were 11th in the table. We looked like no one cared. We looked tired. We looked leggy. We looked like 11 individuals. There was no movement. There was no creativity. It was all static. And it's going back. It's like a performance that... Just rewind the clock a few years ago, because it's the same performance. And you know what? I've got to question. The gaffer didn't question it, but I'm going to question it. The mentality of these players are weak. The mentality of these players are weak. There's no leaders in here, really. There's no leaders in here. There's no one that grabs the players together when things are going wrong, apart from maybe Saville, but even Saville banged his hands a couple of times. But I'm going to question it, like I said, and the gaffer refused to question it, whether he don't want to throw his players under the bus, which is acceptable and understandable. But the mentality of these players are weak. There's no one that takes the ball by the horns. There is no one that takes the ball by the horns. They're all weak. There's no one that wants to obviously get into the playoffs. There's no one. They're all scared. Look, Zian Fleming's an absolutely quality player, been a quality player for us this season, and I can't wait to see what he does for us in the summer, next season. But gone off the boil for months. He's the one where I would normally look to grab the players together, take responsibility, and he's hiding a little bit. He had one shot in kind of anger where the keeper pushed it over the bar. Other than that, he was elusive. He was hiding in the game, didn't do anything. But yeah, look, in the summer, I said this on TikTok yesterday. Go and check it out if you haven't already. In the summer, to get to the next level, I really do sincerely think this football team needs to be stripped down to bare bones and get rid of these weak-minded footballers. Footballers that obviously don't want to be thrown into deep waters, because it's shown yet again, and it's shown season in, season out. When the going gets tough, when their backs are against the wall, shall we say, they crumble, they freeze. None of these players, apart from maybe one or two, have balls about them. So I would strip this football club back down to bare bones in the summer. Get rid of these weak-minded individuals, and I would start with Kavanagh upstairs, because obviously he don't do anything. I would get rid of Barrett, because he don't help Rowett. Get rid of Barrett, and I would get rid of these weak-minded individuals. I would get rid of half of this squad. Billy Mitchell's not good enough. Billy Mitchell with a sub. Do you see Billy Mitchell getting into Middlesbrough's side? Do you see Billy Mitchell getting into to Burnley, to Sheffield United squad. No, you don't. They don't even make the bench. So how? I know it's about money and stuff, but this squad need about 10 to 15 million pounds spent on them. And in the summer, we need to get players that know how to get out of this division. Half of this squad do not know how to get out of this division. They're all bottlers. They're all bottling when it really matters, as it's shown again yesterday. They're all bottlers. Look, there's some good players. Look, we got some good players. But we got some surgery to do in this squad in the summer. We really have. And fans might think it's not as drastic as that. Believe me, it is. Our defensive rubbish. The midfield is not up to the level that we need to get out of this division. It's not. Apart from maybe Saville and Fleming, no one else gets into any other championship good top 6 side, do they? No, they don't. So look, we can't score goals. We need to address the goal scoring issue. Realistically, we all knew it. What football club puts the hammer down on a top 6 charge with one centre forward at the club? Name me a football club that does that. You don't see Sheffield United doing that. You don't see Middlesbrough doing that. You don't see Burnley doing that. You see where I'm coming from? This squad are a good squad, but we need to get some players in here in the summer that know how to get out of this division. Some leaders, some players with balls about them, because none of these players have balls about them. I think I'm going to end it here. It's quite clear. It weren't good enough yesterday. Yes, fans are probably going to be screaming and writing comments saying that we don't have 10 to 15 million pounds to spend. I get that. If that means we have to cash in on Danny McNamara, Zian Fleming, that is what we're going to have to do, because this squad needs drastically improving. It needs drastically improving. I don't want to get rid of them 2 players, but if it comes to it, that's what we're going to have to do, because this squad is weak. There's no depth to this squad. There's no leaders in this squad. And we need to sort that issue out in the summer if we have any ambition of finally breaking into that top 6 in the summer. Because the same problems, we're going around the same circle. It's nearly there. The squad's good. It's nearly there. But we need to make this squad better. We need a new goalkeeper. Long is pathetic. I'm betting on Long. That goal he let in was useless. Put our number 1 back in goal. Our rightful number 1 back-to-back player of the year. Why has he been dropped? And I would drop a couple of players for Blackpool, because they obviously need a massive kick up the backside, as people say. Look, it's a good squad. It is a good squad. There's some good players in here. The likes of Fleming, McNamara, Saville, on their day can compete in a top 6 side. But the rest of them, They don't lay a glove on the Sheffield United squad. They don't lay a glove on the Sheffield United midfield. You get where I'm coming from? And that is the level we need to reach. We're here. We need to go there in the summer. We need a striker. We need a couple of strikers, and we need to get some leaders and players that know how to get out of this division in the building in the summer. I think I'm going to leave it here. It's been a good season, though. I will be back for pre-match and fan score predictions for a Friday night game up at Bloomfield Road. Coming Lions.